Hi everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and this is my Sunday afternoon 4 o'clock YouTube video time. So I come on here to tell you what I sold the past week. So sales are up teensy bit. I sold, it's hardly anything compared to a lot of other people, but you're not supposed to do that. So I sold only 15 items altogether. 15 items in a week. That's pretty poor. But it's better than I was doing the last half of December. I sold 10 things on eBay and 5 things on Poshmark, which is keeps improving on Poshmark all the time. So that's making me happy. I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly what I did, and then we'll talk afterwards. So I don't know if anybody's here or if anybody's coming. Maybe I should wait a few minutes. Estella and Bumblebee, you're here. Hi. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming. I don't know if my sister's home that she can tune in or not, but she probably will if she remembers, or she gets a notification also. So anyway, let me share my screen. And I hope I have the first thing picked up there. Yes. Okay, you should be seeing a knit top. This is a really stretchy top by BKE Buckle, a buckle brand. It was a women's small in this brown stretchy sort of abstract type, almost looked like an animal print, but not exactly. So anyway, this sold for $28 and I received $22.40. On that. It's so easy on Poshmark. I'll tell you afterwards the big problem on eBay coming tax time and the whole mess that is. So let me go to the next thing here. A pair of Joe's jeans. This was on eBay, size 29. They were called Lizzie skinny bootcut jeans, and they sold for a best offer of $25, and they paid shipping, so they paid a total of $32.55 for them. And next thing is something I've had for over a year, because at the end of baseball season last year, then nobody was interested in kids' gloves. But this was a girl's glove. Well, I'm saying girls because it's pink, but it was a size 11 inch right hand glove, and for a left hand thrower. And this sold for $14, what I had on it. And I have one glove left in there, a smaller one, smaller kid's glove. And I will start looking. I always look for gloves because I've sold all the gloves that I have. They don't sell really fast and they don't sell for a huge amount, but they do sell. So I pick them up if they're in good shape when I can, and they're good if they're a good name. So this glove went global shipping. I don't know where it went, however. It went by the global shipping program, and so I have no idea where this glove went to. So the next thing is a pair of Bonobos men's. These were navy blue corduroys. You can't tell on this picture very well. They look black. And they had been washed a few times. They had wash wear on them, which I said in the right in the title, washed cords. But somebody bought them as a best offer for $20, and they paid shipping, and those went to Arlington Heights, Illinois. I forgot to tell you where the BKE stretchy top went to Missoula, Montana. Joe's Jeans went to Collinsville, Illinois. And the glove, I told you, went out of the country, so I don't know where it went. And this went to Arlington Heights, Illinois. I didn't put my, I usually highlight the, where it goes with a Sharpie, but I forgot to do that, so it didn't draw my attention. So the next thing here is a Talbot's. This was a real thick knit top in a size large, women's, sort of an elbow length sleeve, and that sold for a best offer of $18. Or no, this was an offer to watchers that I sent out for $18, and somebody picked up on that, and they paid shipping. So they paid a total of $22 for this item, and it went to Oro Valley, Arizona. Okay, the next thing is from Poshmark, a Poshmark sale. A pair of Z Cavaricci jeans in a size 10 women's. They're boot cut, medium wash, and they sold for $17. And I received $13.60 from that sale. And they went to Ramona, Oklahoma, so out west. This is a Umgee top. It was this long flowing, like a tunic top, longer on the sides. And the sides had these this ruffle detail on each side. And this sold for the $26.99 that it was on sale for. And it went to Knoxville, Tennessee. So the next is a Poshmark sale, Citizens of Humanity. These are brown corduroy pants in a size 32, and they sold for $30, and I got $24 out of that sale. And they went to Norco, California. And this is a Banana Republic, sold on eBay, a little women's shirt. It was new with tags. It was white with navy, I think they were navy blue, maybe black polka dots. It says black there. Black polka dots. Sometimes I can't really tell the difference between that dark navy blue and black, but I wrote down black here, so I must have figured out they were black. This went to Montevallo, Alabama, and it sold for $22.49, the sale price, and they paid $4.50 in shipping. Next thing is also an eBay sale, Susan Graver top. This was a large, oversized top with these sort of pleated sleeves. It was like a cap sleeve, but it was real full. It's like pleated. We made it sort of different. And this went to Athens, Georgia, and it sold for $28.79, which was a sale price. And this is one of the things that I adjusted prices and I put on free shipping. So I'm not sure, you never know if the free shipping boosted the sale or not, but I'm trying to put free shipping, I'm trying to adjust prices and put free shipping here and there on my items. So anyway, Let's see, here's another Poshmark sale. J. Crew, this deep V-neck little top. It had these sort of flowers or leaves are sort of like appliqued on. They have raw edges and sort of a different looking top, but that sold for $15 and I made $12 out of that sale. So this is a Ralph Lauren women's skirt. The front was flat and the back, that's two pictures there if you can see. There's two different pictures. The back had these pleats on, like your bum was all pleated. And there's shorts underneath there, of course, because it's a skirt. And that went for best offer of $14, and they paid shipping on that little skirt. The next is another Poshmark sale. And this was, I was so happy when I found a few pairs of these Adriana Goldschmied jeans. This is, I think, the very first one I sold. I've had them a long time. So, I don't know. They must have just went out of style when I bought them, or just went out of trend, or I don't know. That's usually what happens. By the time I hear about it and get it in my noggin to look for it, it's already not trending anymore. But this was a pair of Matchbox slim distressed washed black jeans, and they sold for $40, and I made $32, and they went to Gambrills, Maryland. Gambrills. And this is a Jamie Sadek women's size 4 little skirt also, and that sold for, this was an offer to watchers, and that sold for the offer I sent out of $19.77, and they bought that, paid shipping for it, and it went to Surprise, Arizona. Surprise, Arizona. Okay, here's a suit, and I believe, Bumblebee, this is a suit that you sent me. Was this Bill Blast suit. I don't think I had any other ones. This two-piece, I think it was a pin, like a gray pinstripe suit. And it had pleated pants. And I did take a best offer of $48 on this. And they paid shipping. And this went, here's another funny name for a city. Boring, Oregon. Boring. How would you like to live in a city named Boring? But I'm certainly glad that he bought it. And I sold one other thing, but they haven't paid for it yet. I also sold this Coldwater Creek sweater, and they have not paid for it yet. I think they have one more day before they get a little note from eBay. I've sent them 2 or 3 little reminders, so I hope they pay. But that sold. I don't have the slip. I don't remember if I sent them an offer or what, but it hasn't sold yet, so I don't have the slip in front of me to tell you about it. So that is what I sold in a whole week. So let's see if I can get back here. Here I am. Yeah, it hasn't been a wonderful week, but it's been a tiny bit better. And Poshmark's been edging its way up a little bit every week. So I'm glad about that. The total on Poshmark, this is net on Poshmark, I made $104. And on eBay, it was a gross amount of $243.34. But after I took out cost of goods and just sort of went by 13% off of the fees, it comes out to be approximately $185.61. So that is my big total for the week. Nothing to write home about, but it's better than a zero, right? So I hope it just keeps going up and up and up. Electric Jazz Cat. Hi, I've never seen you here before. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. If you haven't been here before, I do YouTube videos on mostly reselling on eBay and Poshmark. And also I sort of intersperse things about my animals and my little homestead here and there. So if you'd like that kind of thing, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down as to what you think. I'd really appreciate that. And I wanted to tell you that I made a goal for next week, not a selling goal, not that kind of goal. But next week, hopefully, Teresa is still coming either Monday or Tuesday to help me start to really make a dent in the decluttering, especially in that back room, and figure out what to do with my shipping supplies. I have a shelf unit for her to put together, and maybe we can put everything on that. I don't know. I have a lot more. I really need another shelf unit. I know this darn well that this business is going to creep its way into my living room, but I'm running out of space. This next week, though, my goal is to, number one, call the eye doctor. My sight is getting worse. I need an appointment with the eye doctor and probably need new glasses. So I need to do that. This is a new eye doctor. My eye doctor retired, and I was supposed to make an appointment like 6 months ago, and I've been putting it off, and I have to do that because I've really noticed a difference in my sight. So I have to do that. And also, my banker gave me the name of an accountant that I'm going to call and make an appointment, hopefully get in fairly soon, because right after January, and you have to start thinking about taxes, I just get so anxious. I don't know why. I don't have $1 million business here, but I'm terrible with numbers, and I'm getting worse and worse and worse as far as keeping track. I'm not a bookkeeper. I don't understand bookkeeping. I don't understand accounting at all. I've listened to all of Casey's, the Rockstar Flipper. I bought all his stuff. I've listened to his stuff, but that doesn't help my brain understand it. I'm sure all the information's there. And then he came on, when was it, yesterday or the day before? And he was saying about what a mess this tax stuff is with eBay, the sales tax. So that made me even more anxious. So I don't understand that at all. So I'm hopefully I can find, hopefully this accountant knows about reselling, and my banker says he will help me out, don't worry. So we'll see. I'll let you know. I have QuickBooks. I have the same QuickBooks that Casey has, the Rockstar Flipper, and I keep it up to date. But there's a lot of things in there, mostly things that I have to take off and get credit for. Like education things like things I subscribe to. That's a monthly fee. They're not in there. And also some of the things that I buy outright with my money, like say I go to Walmart and buy some bins or buy this and that, office supplies, that those things aren't in there because I've forgotten how to put them in. And the girl that was helping me with QuickBooks, she sort of disappeared off the face of the earth, and I've tried to get a hold of her a couple times. I assume she's left the area or she doesn't want to do that anymore or whatever. That's why I have to get this accountant. So those are the two things I have to get done this week. I wrote some other notes if I can read them here. Oh, I also want to drop off those bags that I decluttered out of my closets upstairs. They're still in my trunk. I still haven't dropped them off at eBay. I can't get groceries or anything else in my trunk. So I have to do that in the next day or two. And I was going to tell you a strange thing that happened last night. During the middle of the night, I have my phone plugged in next to the bed and my iPhone, and it charges at night. And it was charging when I went to sleep. And all of a sudden in the middle of the night, it started beeping like the sound when you get an email. And I didn't think of it didn't think anything of it the first couple times it beeped. But then it started beeping every 5 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. So I unplugged it. It still was beeping. So I had to actually shut the whole phone down to make it stop beeping. And of course, this morning when I restarted it, that fixed it, whatever it was that did that. It's all fixed now. It's not beeping anymore. And it was already charged enough. It was charged fully when I had started that. So I have no idea when it did that or why it did that. So Tay Smith from Mississippi. Well, hi. I think it's the first time you've been here too. Thanks for joining. I'm so glad. And please come back. I do videos on reselling mostly on eBay and Poshmark. Sundays are always what I sold the previous week. And then I'm on Wednesday at 1 Eastern Standard Time. And that can be about this or that, whatever, but something about reselling. And then interspersed here and there, Wilma Smith. Hi. Well, thank you. You're not the Wilma Smith that used to be on TV, are you? There was a Wilma Smith on, I think she was on Fox, Channel 8, I think. And she used to be on TV, and then she retired. But that name's so familiar because of that. And Shani Sells, a whole bunch of new people. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build up my channel, and that would help me so much. Thank you. And like I was saying, interspersed with the reselling, I live on a little homestead of just 1 square acre, but I'm sort of in the country, and I have just 1 rescue dog at the moment. I help foster for the Pointer Rescue Organization. So I have 1 dog. His name is Dexter. He's not here right now. He's out in the other room. And then I have 2 rescue cats that I've had for a while. They were barn cats, and we got them fixed and I took them in, and I have 8 hens, 8 chickens I get my eggs from. Of course, it's winter here, and they aren't laying. Well, there's one that gives me an egg still in January. She gives me an egg about every 2 to 3 days. So I get one egg every 2 to 3 days. So in the summer, I'm really have a huge amount of eggs. But anyway, I make videos on them. I'm trying to learn I have a GoPro camera. Usually if I go outside and do things, it's with the GoPro. And also I have 2 horses. They're not here on the property though. They're boarded. No, Will, you're not. You're from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Okay. Wilma Smith is still in this area, I know. So, well, welcome. Shani says, this is amazing. Would love to see more of your homestead and rescue life. Okay. I like to do that too. So I will put more of that type of thing on. If you go back on my YouTube videos, you'll see things about the chickens and my horses. And yeah, I have 2 horses. I have 1 quarter horse. He's older. He's 27 already. I finally looked it up. He's 27. And 1 younger, who's 11, I think now. He's a draft cross, a big black horse with white on his head, white here and there, and white socks. And he was a cross between a quarter horse and a Clydesdale. So he has a lot of the Clydesdale look to him, but he's not huge in the neck. His head's pretty big, but he is wide. He's wide like a Clydesdale. So he's so comfy to ride if I rode anymore. I don't ride anymore. I hurt my back, not really riding a lot, but I hurt my back, and oh, that's nice, Shani. To donate to rescues. Yes. You always wanted horses. I'll tell you, don't just keep working at it, because do you know how old I was when I wanted horses from when I was before kindergarten? My mother tells me that one of my first words was Sorky, which meant horsey, she says. So I played with horse statues and horse everything horsey. When I was little, I always wanted a horse. I took horse lessons for a while when we were little, my sister and I, and I finally got a horse. I didn't get a horse till I was 55 years old. I think it was 55. So don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah, I'm 77 now, so 20 years. I've figured it out. I have had Preacher 20 years. Yeah, because he's 27 now. I got him when he was 7 or 8, so must have been 7. Anyway, I've had Echo is the cross, the draft cross. I've had him since he was just 18 months old, and he's 11 now. So they're kept in a boarding barn, a really, really nice place. And I go to see them a couple times a week because I can't ride anymore. But I go to see them, give them treats, play with them in the arena if they're in, and do on the ground things with them. But I can't ride anymore. First of all, my balance isn't good enough, and my back is horrible. So I'm glad that you are for the rescues. Yes, they need a lot of help. Every kind of rescue needs a lot of help. The biggest dog I ever rescued was a Saint Bernard. And to tell you the truth, he is the dog that I just miss him so much. He died about, I don't know, 4 years. Has it been 4 years ago, Sue? 4 years ago, something like that. I rescued him. I got him from a rescue, and I got him when he was 8 years old, which is old to begin with for a Saint Bernard. And he died when he was 13, so, and that's really old for Saint Bernard. So, well, I don't have energy all the time. If you'd see me at 8 at night, it's not so much energy. Yeah. My energy sort of poops out around dinner time. I have to do things in the morning. I'm a morning person. Oh, you will be. Link them to, okay, I will try to do that. Bumblebee. Bumblebee keeps me on track with my reselling, especially Poshmark. She keeps me on track. She sends me emails about things to do for the week, which is so helpful, believe me. And I try to get everything done that she mentions. I print them out, and then I try to do the things that she suggests and get them done within the week. And then, so Bumblebee, you can send me something different every week. That would be great. She also sends me boxes of clothes because it's hard for me to, the most fun thing in reselling, you would think, is going out and sourcing items at the thrift stores. It used to be the funnest thing, but now it's not so fun anymore. It's the hardest thing on my back. Oh, you worked in animal rescue, Wilma. She raises Saint Bernards. They are just the most loving, wonderful dogs. That's the only one I ever had, but he was the sweetest soul, just the most loving dog I think I ever had. I mean, Dexter's pretty loving, but I don't know if it's their size. He loved my grandchildren when they were little. You know, I love them. I love the Saint Bernards. Believe me, I have seen rescues come on with one that needs a foster. I am so tempted to foster a Saint Bernard again. I don't even know if they'd let me at 77. But I did learn from having that big dog is you really shouldn't, when you get to be my age, you really shouldn't have a dog that outweighs you. So, but he was good. I mean, he was already old, and he wasn't yanking me all over the place or anything. But yeah. Oh, I'm so glad, Wilma, that we met. Yes. Love those Saint Bernards. Yeah, Bumblebee, you can send me this emails, the suggestion emails, probably once a week would be good for that, if you have time. I don't know how she has time to do all this either. The Posh Planet. Hi. I am so impressed with all these new people here. Well, the Posh Planet, you've been here before, right? Yes, I think last time you were here. I am putting together, it's going to be a recorded video, and I got the idea from Casey. He had just done one, everybody does them, but he had just done one about how he organizes his inventory. And I thought, well, that's one of the things I haven't done yet. I haven't had a video on how I organize my organization of my inventory. So I am putting together that video. I've done one on photographing, and I've done one on measuring, and sort of one on shipping, but not a real good one. But I want to do this one on how I organize. It's just my way. It's certainly probably not the best way. But after watching a whole lot of them, because I went back and I watched a lot of people's organization videos, and I think mine works for me as good as any of those would. So it really does work for me. Yes, thanks, Bumblebee. Maybe. I hope. Slowly working my way to 1,000. I'm so happy that there's so many people here. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to my my computer screen here. But yeah, I'm going to do this. I will try to get it together this week sometime, and put it on this week or next week. It'll be on about how I organize all my inventory. I have over 1,400 items at the moment on eBay, and 500 and some on Poshmark, but Bumblebee says that also counts your sold, so it may be only 400 and some active on Poshmark. I put a few more on there, transferred a few more from eBay to Poshmark this morning, Bumblebee. I'm slowly doing that. And so that is about all I had to say about what I sold. It's if I can get to an accountant and get somebody to help me with that end of the business, I will feel so much better. I have my accountant, or he's my tax man. He's my age, and he moved to Florida. But that's who I still send my taxes to every year. And he says I can just phone him about whatever questions I have. But he's not a reseller, number one. And I want somebody that I can actually talk to face. I'd like somebody I can go into their office and show them what I'm doing and show them what I need. And maybe have them explain something a little better for me. I know there's plenty of videos out. Suzanne A. Wells has all kinds of videos on her bookkeeping and how she keeps such wonderful records. And Casey has it too, but they all use these, they either write it in a notebook, everything that they buy, what they bought it for, what they sell it for, when they bought it. I don't keep that good of records. And Casey says that everybody needs a Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, spreadsheet. You know, 25 years ago, I used to use a spreadsheet. 25, 30 years ago, I had a regular brick and mortar antique store. Also, I did bookkeeping for my husband and our store. And I used the Excel spreadsheet, and I knew how to use it back then. Well, all that information has just went out of my brain, and I tried to look at one again, and nothing was coming back. I don't know how to use one anymore. They're probably a little different now than they were 30 years ago anyway. So that is what I need help with. I need somebody to help me with it. If I could just take things into somebody, I'm willing to pay a bookkeeper. If I could just take the things in, if they would, it has to be somebody that's also knows about QuickBooks, because that's the only way I'm keeping records of anything. I mean, it does keep your records for you. But then at this time of year, I don't know how to get the information off of there in the way that my tax man wants it. So I've gotten through the last few years, so I guess I figured it out sooner or later. But it's stressing for me, and I need an accountant, or at least a bookkeeper. So we'll see how that goes. That's my goals this week. So my eBay sales were pretty poor. I just did them on this thing. Here's what I sold. 10 items all week. I haven't sold anything today. So that was from the, I think the 6th it says. Does that say the 6th? Till through yesterday, because I haven't sold anything today. 10 sales on eBay. And I sold 5 on Poshmark, so 15 altogether. And then there's one more over there, right there laying, that I sold, but they haven't paid for it yet, so I'm not counting that one. So I only made under $300 all week net. So that's not going to pay for my horse board. So up till this point, there was a couple months where I had to dip into my own money, but up to this point, eBay and reselling has been paying my horse board for 2 horses at a really nice place. So that is really what I wanted this for. So if it can still keep doing that all the time, I don't ask for much. Surely our local library has free classes on using the computer spreadsheet. I'm great at the computer. I've had a Mac computer since they first came out. I mean, if it's on a Mac, I can do it, except spreadsheets. Oh, with spreadsheets. Yes, I will. I will check with the library. Our library is pretty good. Yeah, your eBay was dead too. Yeah, Poshmark is just getting started for me. So 5 off of Poshmark in a week, that's picking up for me, actually. Because I wasn't doing anything before Bumblebee started helping me. Now I'm sharing my closet at least twice a day and being more active on there and trying to add things to Poshmark every day. So that's helping it pick up a little bit. So yes, I will try to link some different videos if I can figure out how to do that to this video. And if not, if you just look on Shirley's World Vlog on YouTube, you'll find me and all my videos. I also have a blog, shirleysworld.blogspot.com, and that goes back to 2003. So there's more than anybody ever wants to know about me online. So, and that was back when I was riding too. And there's pictures of my St. Bernard on there. So I'm going to close for now before it gets to be dusk, because I have to go put my chickens away. Wilma. She's talking to Posh Planet. Good, there's all animal people on here. That's great. Okay, I will try to get something on sometime before Wednesday, but if not, I'll be on Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time, and try to show you some of my animal things during the week. It was 70 degrees here. I'm in Medina, Ohio, Northeast Ohio. It was 70 degrees yesterday. It's 35 degrees today. Crazy, crazy weather for the winter. And not good for the horses. Let me tell you that. They don't do well with change in barometer like that. And they have their big winter coats on. So nice to meet you too. Nice to meet everybody. Please come back. And I will see you all the next time. Bye.